And if you're not in the Isupk, you are not in the truth. We're here to bring the truth to our people, man. The blacks, the Hispanics, and the Native American Indians, the 12 tribes. I'm Officer of 1,000 Aran here with my Aki and my brother, man. Officer Aramawan, Officer of 50, man. And we're gonna get into these topics today. There's been a lot going on in the earth, man, and it's crazy. It's super crazy, man. These damn police, these damn white people study killing our people, man. Constantly killing our people. You know what I'm saying? The brother that got shot about, I think, 3 weeks or a month ago that was in his car in his driveway, they just did a verdict today where they didn't even they're not even convicted none of the police officers. And I heard they had shot at his car like, I don't know, over 20-some times. He got hit like 6 or 7 times and one time in the back of the head. It was just another nigga dead, man. And that shouldn't be a surprise. Then we got a lot of young girls been getting shot this week, man. A little young girl on 61st and King Drive. She was walking her dog, you know what I'm saying? Somebody shot her up. You know, a little young man, he got shot in the head and in the neck. You know, he riding on his bike. You know, it's too many guns being poured into the black community, man. With that, what they call it, the black market. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of drugs, that lean, the crack, the fentanyl, all that stuff, man. And then we got these damn police officers riding around in our neighborhoods, and they really vicious people, man, that's committing murder. You know what I'm saying? That's call it what it really is. And the reason why we suffering the way we suffering is because of our disobedience towards the Most High.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We have strayed away from the law, statutes, and commandments. And by straying away from the law, statutes, and commandments, we causing the wrath of God to come down on us, man. And it's time to wake up, Israel. Seriously, we need some serious help. All the praying in the world is not helping. I'm being honest. All the marching, Black Lives Matter, the dream that Martin Luther King had, Farrakhan, he over there, that man done got rich as hell, teaching in them synagogue, yeah, over there in them temples and stuff, man. And these pastors, we're not even gonna get started on these damn pastors, man. These pastors are study teaching God's people that they saved by grace. You know, they saved by the blood of Jesus, and they in grace. And basically, what the pastors are causing God's people to do is stray away from Him by lying to them and not teaching them the truth. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't give a damn how much singing I don't care how much singing they doing in them churches. It don't matter. I don't care how much crying and lifting of the hands. You got people in them they call them what they call sanctified churches. I mean, they call themselves driving out demons and spirits, man, touching people and pushing them on the ground. I mean, water baptisms, the Catholic. It's just so many different things going on in the earth right now. Then you got that war going on over there in Palestine, you know what I'm saying? The so-called, the Palestinians and against the Israelis, yeah. And them Israelis, they killing the hell out them Palestinians, man. They bombing the hell out them people, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's like we're on the verge of World War III. That's right. At my job, I'm in the steel industry, man, and it's done got to a point where the people in my company can't even buy steel. You know what I'm saying? America is in trouble. The economy of America is in trouble. That's the reason why they've been passing out so much money, man. America been passing out so much money during this pandemic. And people need to slow down and think about it, man. Why is these people giving away so much money? First they was giving away stimulus checks. Everybody got a couple stimulus checks. Then they started, I don't know, PP loans or whatever they are. They're giving out $10,000 and $20,000 at a time to anybody that apply for it. And you have to think, man, America has to be really, really, really in a lot of financial trouble for that to happen. You know what I'm saying? These people ain't never gave a damn about us at all, man. You know what I'm saying? I could tell you, it was a time when they was bringing our people over here on them boats and stuff, man, that they would take our people on all them ships. It was like hundreds of those ships and stuff that they was putting our people in, man. It wasn't just a few ships. They did that over some years, man. And it's a bunch of those ships that have been documented you know what I'm saying, that you could go and research and find out about. You know what I'm saying? And they done bought millions of our black brothers and sisters over here. And then you had the horrific things that was happening on a lot of them ships. You know, I was looking at some this week, man, where they would they would take some of our brothers and they have them masked up and all that stuff, and a lot of our people didn't want to eat. You know what I'm saying? And they would grab them and hold them and take a chisel and a hammer and they would chisel their teeth out their damn gums, man. They imagine somebody holding you down on your knees, holding you, and somebody holding your head back, and they taking a blunt object with a hammer and breaking your teeth out your mouth, and then shoving something down your throat and force feeding you, because you livestock. You know what I'm saying? You livestock. That's our people were put on them ships in chains and brought over here to North America and all four corners of the world and sold into slavery. Our people were sold, blacks were sold into slavery. You could watch television on Sunday how the white cavalries used to battle against the Native American Indians, man. To the point where our brothers and sisters started, the women started, the white men marrying his Native American women, but they're battling against the brothers, the Native American Indians, man, fighting for their land, taking their land, man. You know what I'm saying? These our oppressors are monsters.
That's right.
And they are truly monsters, man. They don't care about blacks or Hispanics' humanity. And for these pastors today to be telling us that we need to love our enemy, you know what I'm saying? That's destroying us, man. Our women are in these churches and they accepting homosexuality. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere, you can go to any restaurant, you can go anywhere in any public place, and if a homosexual coming to that place, it could be a dude, man, with a dress on, and man, come on, they calling him ma'am. You know what I'm saying? It's like the world is embracing this. The world is accepting them pushing homosexuality down our throats, man. The world, the oppressor has put so many abortion clinics in our neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, our Hispanic brothers and sisters, man, they're trying to escape the poverty over there, where they trying to come into America to get a better life. And they still got children incarcerated in them cages, been torn away from their families for up to a year now, over a year now, man. So all these things are happening to us for a reason. Ain't nothing happening by chance. Everything happening because we refuse to turn back to our law, statutes, commandments. We refuse to turn back to our culture. You know what I'm saying? And the only people on this planet today that's doing that are the men and the women in the Isupk.
That's right.
We are not affiliated with no other Israelite groups, man. Don't get it twisted. Those are not our brothers. You know what I'm saying? They not, if you're not in the Isupk, you cannot get into the truth and learn some precepts, and then you don't want to be under the leadership of Commander General Yohana, so you'll learn some precepts and then you'll break off and try to do your own thing. But when you leave the Isupk, you can't take the truth with you, man.
Right.
I'm being all honest. But we're gonna kick it off tonight. We're gonna start off with Deuteronomy. We're gonna start out with Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. And we are under curses right now, but we are under these curses right now because of our disobedience, man.
That's right.
It's so bad in these streets in Chicago till you can let your children go outside and play, and it's like a 50-50 chance that your child might get shot. You know what I'm saying? When you go to work and you're working around the white man, you know what I'm saying, and they leave out of the company and they go home out into like Bolingbrook or these suburban areas and stuff like that. Those people, it's a 78% chance for them to reach the age of 81. But for a black man or a black woman, when we leave our jobs and we come into our black communities, the chance for us to reach 81 decrease all the way down to like maybe 50-some%. You know what I'm saying? It's a highly likely chance that we might die. You know what I'm saying? Of violence or a stray bullet or something crazy. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why we're seeing so many guns and drugs and prostitution and drug selling, and our women are whores. Our women don't have no class. They don't want to put on no clothes. The young men, they walking around with their drawers showing and they tight jeans on from the bottom of their butts down to their ankles, man. That's, you know what I'm saying? All of this stuff is not happening by chance. And we're going to start out with Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15.
Come on, God. It's the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes which I commanded thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Now Moses said, if we don't hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, that all these curses will come upon us and overtake us, man. And that's what we witnessing in the streets of all the major cities, all over the earth. Anywhere there's black people those are where the curses are. And this is how you know we are the real Jews, man. This is how you know we the people of God. God is our Father. He promised us that if we did not follow his laws, statutes, and commandments, that all these damn curses would come upon us and overtake us. Now, please tell me, what do you see every day? You cannot watch the new, listen, this weekend, how many people got shot?
48.
48 people got shot. 6 of them died in the streets of Chicago. Yesterday, I want to say, if I'm not mistaken, like 13 or 14 people got shot. I mean, it's a war zone. We live in a war zone. We're living in a war zone, man. It's not safe over here no more. It's not. And then our oppressors are steady going up with the prices. Gas is higher. The food is higher. The bills are going up. You know what I'm saying? You got to work. Parents, a mother and a father have to leave home early in the morning and stay gone from their homes 8 to 12 hours a day, leaving their children with family members or leaving their children at home. Can't raise their children right. Then we sending our children to schools that's teaching our children their ways. You know what I'm saying? Teaching them that they have to look up to the flag, or these wicked holidays and things, man. And we clinging on to these other nations and mimicking them. And the Bible said that we should not envy our oppressors and choose none of their ways, man. You know what I'm saying? So once again, man, please read that Deuteronomy 28 and 15 one more time. We need our people to start waking up, man. It's time to wake up, because if we don't, we're not going to survive. Our only hope is Yahushua, Jesus Christ.
That's right.
That's our only hope. I don't care what nobody do, what nobody say. I don't give a damn what these politicians, I don't care what these community leaders, nothing. Ain't none of this stuff helping us. And we haven't seen no change in years. You know what I'm saying? And this is the reason why right here. The pastors are misleading God's flocks further and further away from them. We think it's okay to eat shrimp, pork, crab, lobster. We think it's okay to marry into other races, man. The Lord said, don't listen. The Lord, there's a lot of things that we doing that's angering the Most High, and that's why we're in the condition that we're in today. But if you want to experience a taste of the kingdom of heaven, man, if you want the Lord to come on back, you got to get into the school of the Isupk, man. The men and the women in the Isupk, we're following the law, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
And this is what we have to do to receive help from the Most High. Because according to the Bible said our battle is not against flesh and blood, but against the principalities and wicked spirits in high places. You know what I'm saying? So it's not, we have to, and the only thing that's going to save us is Yahushua. That's our only hope, who the entire world has been taught his name is Jesus Christ. And that's not his name. His name is not Allah, Jesus Christ. That is not Yahushua's name, man. But we're going to get back to these precepts, man. Read that, please.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I commanded thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
All these curses, what curses? Homosexuality, diabetes, high blood pressure, the coronavirus, you name it. All these curses that the Most High sent into this wicked nation, this wicked place, is overtaking us because we're not doing what the Lord told us to do. Moses said that we should follow the law, statutes, commandments.
Right.
That was a commandment. The Lord didn't ask us to do this. He commanded that we do this. And that's why we're in the condition that we're in, because these pastors are in a world of trouble. I don't care what denomination you in. It don't matter where you are. I guarantee you it's not a church on this planet teaching God's people about the laws, statutes, and commandments. All they teach about is pay your tithes, or if you want to be blessed, you have to sow your seed. Prosperity preaching.
That's right.
That's all going on in these churches today. And they filled with homosexuals. The men in these churches have left up, the majority of the real men have left up out of all these churches, man. It's full of our black sisters, and it's being filled more and more and more with effeminate men.
That's right.
And that is an abomination, man. They shouldn't be active at all. And no, if you go into a church and your church choir is being led by a dude sitting up there with contact lenses on, matching his hair, or he got on skinny jeans, or you got a couple more homosexuals in the doggone choir, then they in spots here and there all through the church, they actively living these lifestyles thinking that it's okay. And all this stuff, man, is wickedness.
That's right.
So let's go over to 1 John chapter 5. Damn. By this we know 1 John chapter 5. 1 John chapter 5. Jeez, I think 1 John chapter 5. So once again, Israel, it's time for us to wake up, man. It's time for us to come together and as a nation of people. We are Israelites. Our true language is Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? And we have taken on
Verse 3.
We have taken on the culture of these other nations, and that's the reason why we're being punished the way we're being punished. The Lord is not punishing us to destroy us or wipe us off the face of the earth. He punishing us because we have turned against Him. We're not obeying the Father. And everywhere you go, all you hear people saying is, I have a relationship with the Most High. And I'm trying to figure out, if so many people got a relationship with the Most High, then how come our children can't play in the streets? Why are so many people being shot on the weekends and on these different holidays and things, man? And the reason why is because what we just brought out, man, because we're not following the law, statutes, commandments. And it's time to wake up, Israel. You got that out?
This is the book of 1 John, chapter 5 and verse 3. For this is the love of God, that we keep His commandments, and His commandments are not grievous.
That's the love of God, that we keep His commandments, and His commandments are not grievous, man. It's not a burden to follow the law, statutes, commandments. It's not a burden to quit eating pork, or smoking weed, or selling your brother drugs, or lusting out after another man's wife. That's not a burden, man. But we do it because we're driven by our own selfish desires, because we're not following the law, statutes, commandments, because they wasn't taught to us. Mm-hmm. And that's where all these clergymen and pastors and all this stuff, man, they have dropped the ball. They failed. Let's go to Proverbs 16 and 25. And this is the reason why we're witnessing so much bloodshed in all of the cities wherever we are, man. Seriously, and it's time to wake up. And nothing is going to change. Quit thinking something is going to change. Even Biden, our people been voting. Our people been voting, man, forever. Even everybody thought that Barack Obama was Jesus Christ himself, that we was finna be saved by this damn Hamite. You know, he's not even our people, man. That dude is an African. His wife is an Israelite, a sister, but Obama ain't nothing but an African, man. And he didn't do nothing for the black. That dude served 8 2 terms, 8 years. And when he left out of office, now they talking about building a big old library in honor of him and all this stuff. And his legacy is giving transgenders the rights like they got a right to, they're human too. His wife, she didn't do anything for her black. That woman grew up on the south side of Chicago, man, over there on King Drive. She grew up in poverty. She know what it feels like to live on the streets of Chicago. She done seen what's going on in the streets of Chicago. And in 8 years, she didn't convince her husband to do not one thing for her people. So, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got no respect for her either, man. I'm being honest with you. You know what I'm saying? People like Oprah Winfrey. You know what I'm saying? Everybody trying to turn to these rich stars, and you want to listen to their so-called problems. You know what I'm saying? And I can't understand how in the hell can 2 billionaires sit at a table on public television and complain about something when they got the whole world and they could do anything.
That's right.
They could do anything. Come on, man. Stop it, man. We got to wake up, Israel. You got that out?
Proverbs 16 and 5.
Come on.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 16 and verse 5. Everyone that is proud in heart.
No. Proverbs 16 and 25.
Proverbs. This is Proverbs chapter 16 and verse 25. There is a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death.
Now the Bible said in Proverbs 16:25 says, there is a way that seems right unto a man, but in the end there is death. Christianity.
Right.
Islam.
Right.
The 5%ers, Jehovah's Witnesses, the Catholic Church, Baptist Church, the Sanctified Church, the House of Mormons, IUIC, GMS, Egyptology, Scientology. Come on, man. None of that stuff, man. Ain't none of that stuff right. We got, our people is in all of that crap. All of it. Have you seen the change? Martin Luther King and all our brothers and sisters was marching and taking a butt whooping. I mean, these people fought like, they fought with all their energy just to drink out of the white man's fountain. When both of the waters taste the same. If you drink out of a black fountain, you put a label on 2 fountains, black hill, white hill, and you get a sip of both of them waters, you can't tell the difference in that damn water. Ain't no difference in that water. Our people fought like hell for non-segregation. But when we were segregated, we had hospitals, we had schools, we had our own banks, we had our own grocery stores, we had our own clothing stores, we had our own everything. We were a very thriving and successful people, man. Then our people started want to join hands and be with these other nations, and that utterly destroyed us.
That's right.
Non-segregation utterly destroyed us, man. Martin Luther King, them man, was some wicked bastards. Not to mention the fact that the FBI got all sorts of records and tapes where him and a lot of them pastors were having sex with white prostitutes late at night.
That's right. After
they marched all day and got spit on and got beat and got hit and got kicked, had them people was blowing them down with the water out the fire trucks. You know how much pressure come out them trucks, man? Come on, man. Sicking German Shepherd, K9s on them. All that. And at nighttime, they say Martin Luther King and them pastors would be in the rooms mistreating the hell out of them white women. I guess they was taking all their frustrations out on them. Martin Luther King's dream was that little black boys and little white girls would join hands, man, and be able to play together. Come on, man. Now look at us. Our brothers are in the entertainment field and in the sports field, and time they get their little money, man, the first thing they want to do, the large majority of them, they want to marry white women, man. They want to marry outside of their race. And the Bible, and according to that, that's a sin that angers the Most High, man. That angers the Father, man. That the Lord don't like that. Matter of fact, Matter of fact, go over to Deuteronomy 7:3. We're not telling you what we think, or we're not telling y'all what we feel, man. We're telling you what the Lord said. When you see the men in the Isupk on Saturdays on these street corners, wherever we might be at, teaching God's people the truth, man. It might sound rough to you. It's funny how the truth offend people, man. It's crazy how you can witness things like that. And it's always our own people. It's always our own people that get so offended at what we saying when we out there for our people. We're not teaching hate. We are called cults. We called all sorts of things. But we put our lives in jeopardy. And we leave our homes, our families to go out there to wake God's people up, man. Yeah, we're aggressive with the truth. We have to be. Because this Christianity and this Islam, man, this stuff is wicked as hell. And our people have taken a very, very large dose of NyQuil. Our people are the walking dead out there. Outside these doors, man, I could go outside right now, man. It's people out there, man, that's been standing out there all day, and all they want to do is get high and drink.
That's right.
That's it. They ain't thinking about no job. They ain't thinking about their families. They're not thinking about trying to be stronger and do something positive. And you know why that is, man? Because all black people that's not in the truth, man, they suffering from PTSD. That we suffering from anxiety. We suffer from stress. You know how many black young men I have witnessed and walked up to and watched them take their last breath, bleeding out in these gutters? I know women, man, that was out with their friend and the guy would get shot and his brain matter would be on her. You know what I'm saying? Luckily, she didn't get hit. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. We suffering from all sorts of PTSD and post-traumatic, what they call it, post-traumatic
symptoms, something like that.
Yes, stress disorder. And then you would have to wonder, okay, by us being in such a hellish condition that we in, why we don't have any help? There are no centers in the black and Hispanic communities that you can go into and talk about this stuff. Because these people they don't care about black people or Hispanic people, man. This nation is wicked as hell. It's wicked. America is built on bloodshed, lies, and murder. And we still in slavery. We still in captivity, man. We're not free people, man. Really, we're not.
Salaki. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 3. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them.
Go ahead.
Thy daughter, Salaki, thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou son, Salaki, shalt thou take unto thy son.
Now, what that means is we should not allow our sons to marry white women or Chinese women or Japanese women. It's certain nations that we're not supposed to mix and mingle with. You know what I'm saying? And we're not supposed to let our daughters marry their sons, and we're not supposed to let our sons marry their daughters.
Right.
That is a sin in the eyes of the Most High.
That's right.
That is not a good thing. You know what I'm saying? But our people are doing it. Our people are doing it, man. Sadly, our people are doing this. If I read on.
Verse 4, for they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods.
And that's what's going on, man. We're serving other gods because we're mixing and mingling with these other races. And we're not supposed to do that. We're not supposed to do that, man. That is angering the Most High, man. You think it's okay for a black man to take the hand of a white woman and go in front of that, whatever, the clergyman or whatever it is, and say I do to that woman, and when the Lord hate and despise that. And then you would have to wonder, why in the hell would you want to do that anyway if you know anything about real history, our history? If you know about our history, man, white men used to go into them houses at nighttime and would take a brother's wife out of his bed and take her out there in the barn and rape her. And then make her go back in there and get in the bed with her husband, man. White women were raping black women back then. Now black women just giving themselves to these guys. You know what I'm saying? Not today they bed wenches. You know what I'm saying? That ain't cool, man. And I guarantee you she done been called a nigger. She might have been spit on. You know what I'm saying? She being mistreated behind closed doors. They not always all the way happy. These, come on, man. There's two different races of people. It's like mixing water with oil, man. It don't go together. It don't. Them people don't understand us. We are the salt of the earth.
That's right.
We are so much more greater and better than them people, man. And matter of fact, they're not even white. And their biblical name is Isupk. Red. They red. And you know it's true because I don't give a damn. You can look at any so-called white person and you don't see a white person. You see a red person. You can see their blood through their skin. All of them. You can see their blood through their skin, man. These people are not white, man. They start calling themselves that, you know what I'm saying? But they red, man. Seriously. And it's a sin for us to mix and mingle with these people, man. Let's go over to, did we finish on that? Go ahead.
So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you and destroy thee suddenly.
And that's why we're going through that's part of the reason why we're going through what we're going through today. That's why it's not safe. That's why it's not safe to go into the streets of Chicago, man. Everybody in Chicago need to have a gun. Because everybody that's not in the truth got one. You know what I'm saying? There's so many carjackings and so many home invasions and it's just so much nonsense going on. The world is upside down today. And the reason why, and we right up in the middle of it.
That's right.
And what makes it so crazy is, how in the hell can we be the strongest people on the planet, but we're at the bottom? We don't own anything. We don't have nothing. We dependent on these other races, these other nations for housing. Our women dependent on the other nations for housing, for Medicaid, for jobs. We depend on these people for everything. You think you want to say that because you got a $200,000 home, you might have a $100,000 a year job. You driving a $100,000 car. You got a beautiful family, a beautiful way. You don't put your kids through college and all that stuff. But when you reach in your pocket and you pay your bills, it's a white man face on that money.
That's right.
These people forefathers, man. These people forefathers. All their forefathers were slave owners.
That's right.
Come on, man. We got to wake up, man. We got to do better, man. The Jim Crow law. Jim Crow, man, that wicked dude, man. He showed these people how to divide black people, how to set the light skin against the dark skin, how to set the black woman against the black man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? He specialized in destroying the black nation and separating us. And mentally, we were attacked mentally. And as generation from generation went on, those curses was passed on from generation to generation. To the point now, this is the residue of what we have today. We hate each other. It's a nigga on my job, man. I'm listening to this dude, man. Me and this dude don't speak I don't speak to none of them niggas on my job. Because they too effeminate. They really feminine, man. They soft. They listen to church music. One of the guys on the job said, he told another guy, man, one day we should all go put on suits and put on ties and go down there to the church and let these people see that all of us not savages. Now, he want to impress these white people, but nigga, you walk past your brother every damn day and you won't even speak. I don't speak to the chump because I'm tired of speaking to him. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to keep, I gave up. You know what I'm saying? I got brotherhood. I know what brotherhood is. But I'm not an idiot, man. I'm not the hell with them niggas, man. And I'm telling y'all, if y'all don't get in this truth, you're going to die with America.
That's right.
The Lord is coming back to utterly destroy this wicked place.
That's right.
World War III is at hand. Y'all see what's going on over there in Pakistan, man. You see what's going on in every damn major city in America is at war right now. People are dying every day, man. Every day from violence. It's not just happening over there. It's more, matter of fact, I think more bodies dropping over here than over there. And it's been going that way. Every damn weekend, man, you getting at least 40 to 50 people getting shot.
That's right.
Sometimes up to 10 or 12 people dying from all this violence, man. We suffering because of a lack of knowledge. Because you idiots don't want to get into the truth and change your wicked ways. I got cousins, man, that I mean, come on, every Sunday they putting on their cologne and they putting on these three-piece suits and their shoes and they lining themselves up and going into these churches and having sex with any woman that'll listen to the game that they could drop. And then get up and leave that sister, man. They don't even know that sex is marriage. Go ahead, Art.
It's a lot y'all bringing out. You said every day brothers getting shot. I'm just looking it up right now. As far as the Chicago total from last week, this ain't even counting this week, which is last week, May 11th. 1,101 people been shot so far in 5 months. So since the beginning of this year.
Give me that number again.
1,101 people been shot in the last 5 months.
1,101 been shot since January.
Since January 1st.
That's a lot of shots. That's a lot of shooting, man.
And Slack, if I could, it's the third highest since 2012. So this year is the third highest amount of shots in this amount of time, which was 2016 when it was that crazy year when it was like 1,500.
Right.
And then the year after that, which was like 1,200. So
right. And that's how we know, man. It's time to wake up, Israel. It's time to wake up and come up at these damn churches. Y'all need to get out of these churches. I'm being honest with you. Get out of these monsters, man. Get out of all this other crap that's going on around us, man. I cannot understand how our people study going into them Catholic churches, and they study paying off these pastors are study paying millions of dollars off from raping kids and stuff. Then there's some about they'll circumcise the little boy and suck on his penis. Now, where do you pick that up from? That ain't nowhere in the Bible. You're going to circumcise a little boy baby, a male child. And after they circumcise that male child, they go down and suck on that baby penis, man. Come on, man. If that don't anger you, man, it's something wrong with you.
it's like, if I could, I believe they had a couple cases where some of those little babies ended up getting herpes.
That's right. Yup. They them old nasty people, man. It's been documented. Well, a couple of them little babies, a few of them babies came up with herpes. They'll circumcise the male child, go down and suck on his penis. I guess he's sucking the blood out. I don't know. And then get a baby herpes, man. And our people still want to go to these places. Listen, the Most High is not in these buildings. The spirit of the Most High is not in these buildings. It's in us. We are the temples of Christ, man.
That's right.
We are the temples of Christ. We're supposed to do what the Lord said, and the only way you can do what He say is follow His law, statutes, commandments, and apply them to your life, man.
That's right.
That's it. Ain't no woman, no black, white, it don't matter. Paula, what's her name? Paula White. That wicked man, listen, Lord have mercy. I know I'm gonna get checked on this, man. But that wicked bitch, I mean, she is a greedy dog. I mean, she grimy for the money, man. T.D. Jakes, grimy for the money, man. Joe Osteen, and hundreds of more of these people, man. It's all about the dollar. That's all it's about. They don't give a damn about black people. They don't give a damn about Hispanics, man.
That's right.
All we could tell y'all, all of the priests and prophets in the Isupk, we could tell y'all, you're gonna die with this place if you don't change your wicked ways.
That's right.
And stop following the oppressor. The white man is a natural homosexual.
That's right.
According to man, listen, anything and everything that's going on this whole entire planet is in this Bible. The Lord said, don't indulge in bestiality. Now, how sick could you possibly be if you want to have sex with a damn animal? The wealthy people that got cash money and can just take off and fly when they want to and stuff like that, man. These white men are going over to different countries and stuff, man, and having sex with little girls, having sex with pigs, having sex with dogs, anything that'll move, pretty much, man. They'll eat anything that move. Them damn Chinese, they eat. Come on. They eat mice. They eat dogs. They eat them big bats that they got damn face so big it look like a miniature dog. For real, man. Come on, man. And you want to say that the Most High care about these people? You want to say that these people are spiritual? Well, according to your pastor, he got you thinking that. But according to the Bible, we supposed to be getting away from them people, man.
That's right.
I'm being honest with you. We supposed to be getting away from them people, man. Let's go down to Jeremiah 3 and 20.
Oh, God.
We're going to break down Jeremiah 3 and 20, man. It's time to wake up, Israel. Seriously, man. Isupk been doing this since 1969. This is not new. This is not something you ain't heard before. Even if you disagree with it, you've heard it. You can't say you ain't heard the truth. And that's all the meaning the UPK do is tell the truth, man, according to the Bible, man. And it's just done got to a point where I just realized that all of us not gonna make it because people don't want to change. People are in their comfort zones.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? People they in their comfort zones and they stay comfortable being wicked bastards. They comfortable being on the left hand of the Most High instead of on the right hand of the Most High, man.
That's right.
You got it up?
Jeremiah 3 and 20.
Jeremiah chapter 3 and verse 20.
Khan, this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 3, verse 20. Surely as a wife treacherously departeth from her husband.
Now, according to the Bible, Jeremiah chapter 3 and verse 20, it says, surely as a treacherous wife departed from her husband. You know how it is when people go through a divorce.
Nasty.
Real nasty. They've been together 30 years. But when they divorce, man, it's like, man, they hate each other's very soul. Read.
Khan. So have ye dealt treacherously with me, O house of Israel, saith the Lord.
That's the most, man, come on, man. Read that one more time.
Khan, this is the book of Jeremiah 3 and 20. Surely as a wife treacherously departed from her husband, so have ye dealt treacherously with me, O house of Israel, saith the Lord.
And that's what we've done, y'all. Blacks, Hispanics, Native, the 12 tribes. We done turned against the Most High, man.
That's right.
We dealt treacherously with the Most High. Because we refused to obey him and do what he told us to do. The Lord is a man of war. God is not a God of all love. God is not trying to bring all the races together. Matter of fact, when Yahushua come back, he gonna separate us and put everybody in their own land. That's what's gonna happen. Come on now. Let's jump down to Baruch 2 and 30. These pastors are in a world of trouble, and everything that they're doing, they are going to pay for it. And so are we. Whether it's good or whether it's bad, you're going to pay for it. You're going to get your reward for whatever. If you're following the law, statutes, and commandments, you're going to get your reward for it. If you're not following the law, statutes, and commandments, you're going to get your reward for it, right, according to the Bible. You got it out?
This is the book of Baruch, chapter 2 and verse 30. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people.
And he talking about niggas, man. We are some stiff-necked people. We do not want to listen at all. You listen. If a dad is not in the house and the mother in the house and she got sons, them little wicked niggas she can't hardly get them to take out the garbage. They ain't bought nothing. They using up they cutting on using the lights. They using the toilet paper. They sleeping in the house free. They doing everything, and a woman can barely get the boys to take the damn garbage out, man. They won't listen to her. God knows what they doing when she go to work. The damn house is a trap. They doing the Watusi in that boy when she ain't there. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. We're stiff-necked people. Read.
But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves. Verse 31, and shall know that I am the Lord their God, for I will give them an heart and ears to hear.
And that's what's happening. The men in the Isupk, the women in the Isupk, We hear it. We hear the truth. We know the truth. Thank the Most High for Commander General Yohana, man.
That's right.
It don't matter what nobody say, man. It don't matter. No, we don't worship him like he Yahushua. He not Yahushua, but he a righteous brother.
That's right.
He a righteous brother, and he care about God's people.
That's right.
He not pocketing the tads and flying in jets and driving in luxurious cars and you barely can talk. And when that man come out, man, you can see the sincerity in the way he carry himself, man.
That's right.
And these pastors ain't nothing like that. These pastors wearing these $400 and $500 suits, putting on their $200 and $300 shoes, getting their edge ups, and they come up there and with all their jewelry and stuff on, speaking elegantly, because they done been to the white man's colleges and they Bible schools and stuff, and and what they doing is misleading God's flock. They misleading God's people, man. They leading black people to their death.
That's right.
The pastors are part of the reason why it's so much destruction in the black communities, because they've been doing the same damn thing from day one.
That's right.
How you gonna let a white man teach you how to tell you how to come to your people and teach you the prosperity preaching and whatever other things that they doing, man? And these pastors are celebrating these holidays right along with everybody else. It's not a church you could go to on December the 25th and you might see a tree standing there 15 feet tall, all decorated with silver and gold and lights. Everything that's against them. The Lord hate and despise all of the white man feast days. And according to the Bible, he don't smell in his solemn assembly. So when black families are coming together on Thanksgiving and they cooking that big butterball turkey and they got they candy yams and they dressing and chitlins and all the other stuff, man. The Lord and all of them sit down together at the big family table and join hands and bow their heads and close their eyes and go to praying over all this abomination. When the white man prepared that meal because of the what they did to the Native American Indian, man. These people have committed genocide on the Native American Indian, and they got them on reservations. This is their land, period. They know it. They show it on Sundays on the damn television all day long.
That's right.
How they warred against God's people, man. Beat them down, broke their spirits, to the point where the women started having, the white men they had a shortage of white women in that rough terrain, so they started having sex with the Native American Indian women. Oh man, stop it, man. It's time to wake up, Israel. These people are not our brothers. They're not our friends. They don't, listen, I thank God for Donald Trump, because Donald Trump was the face of America.
That's right.
Donald Trump was the face of America, and he still was the one that gave you niggas that stimulus check. For real, man. This dude was that dude a real beast. Them the real beasts. Look how they shooting our people down. They just got through shooting a brother, man. I think they shot at that man car at least maybe 30-some times. I think he got hit like 5 or 6 times, and one of the bullets hit him in the back of the head. The dude was, whatever he was doing, he was sitting in his car with both his hands, according to the video, sitting in his car with both his hands on the steering wheel. You see a truck slide down on this dude, man, and all these white boys jumping off the sides of this truck, blowing at this guy, man, blowing at him. I would have took off. Damn it, if I would have seen a bunch of white people running behind me, busting at me, I'm going to take off. I don't want to die.
That's right.
Come on, man. They killed this dude, and today, every one of them cops, they got off scot-free.
That's right.
They none of them ain't no charges gonna be pressed against these people, man. And that was a flat-out murder. That young girl, what was her name? A few weeks ago, that she was fighting some people that was Ma'Khia Bryant. Ma'Khia Bryant, man. She was 16 years. This girl was 16 years old, fighting against some bullies. Her and her little sister had been being attacked. They was in a foster home. Had been being attacked. That wasn't the first time they called the police either. But this particular time, she called the police. Micaiah Bryant called the police for some help because she's sick and tired of these other girls bullying her and her sister. So what she did, she picked up a knife because she's fighting more than one person. But when the police got there, they seen a black girl fighting other girls with a knife in her hand, and they shot her down in cold blood, man. They could have fired a warning shot. Don't you know, man, if the police pull his 9 out and fire for a warning shot, that's going to get everybody attention right there in that little circle right there.
That's right.
A gunshot will get your attention. They didn't fire no warning shot. She dead right now. She dead, man. And she the one called for the police. Listen, black women, it's going to come a time where you're going to have to stop calling these police officers. Because if you call the police officer on your boyfriend, if that man not putting his hands on you, don't be calling them police, because it's a very, very, very strong chance that somebody not going to survive that encounter.
That's right.
In all honesty, man, look what they did to Laquan McDonald. Come on, man. This boy wasn't nothing but like 17 years old. I think it happened October the 20th, 2014. Jason Van Dyke shot that boy how many times? Damn, he emptied a clip, reloaded, and emptied another clip. The body laying on the ground. The bullets going through the body where you can see the smoke coming from the pavement. All them police out there, nobody told X them what is he doing to stop. You talking about it's good cops and bad cops. I don't know about that, man. If it is some good cops out there, where the hell they at? They ain't at none of these shootings. Come on, man. Laquan McDonald got shot. He got 2 clips emptied on him, man.
That's right.
And what was really, really crazy about it, even though he did have a little knife in his hand, he was walking away from the police officers. Mm-hmm. Jason Van Dyke pulled up, one of the last vehicles pulled up, jumped immediately out his car, and opened fire. George Floyd. This dude, okay, the police got called because he had a counterfeit 20. Is that a reason to kill a man? Come on, man. Derek Chavez. Now, he waiting on his sentencing, but that brother gone, man. Now, and then what amazes me that black people say, okay, they convicted him, but you feel like you got your justice? This nigga dead. How the hell you get justice and this man dead? George Floyd cannot come back. This is not an Xbox or a PlayStation game. When you get out, you can't push restart and it start over again. You out of the game. You dead. So how do you get justice? And this has been going on for years. Sandra Bland. That sister got pulled over for a damn traffic violation, man. She got pulled over. The cop said she didn't turn on her signal to change lanes. So he pulled her over, hemmed her up. She ended up in lockup. Then next thing you know, they saying they found her dead in her cell. She hung herself. Now my thing is, how in the hell can you hang yourself when one of the first things they do is take your belt, they take your shoestrings, they take anything. They figure if anything that you can harm yourself with, they're gonna take it from you. Yep. Sandra Bland is dead. You can't get no justice for that girl, man. She dead. And what was so crazy, she was leaving and going to another state to a job. That sister dead. That sister ended up hung. Come on, man. A black woman hung in a damn jail cell, man. Do you think being pulled over for a traffic violation is enough to make you commit suicide? I don't think so, man. Really, I don't. Janetta Young, the social worker. All them police officers, they kicked in her. They was doing what they call it, no knock warrant. No knock warrant. All them damn white cops walking around in that lady damn apartment, man. She's sitting up there with they had to give her, I think she had just got out the shower or something. She's sitting up there with a blanket on, screaming and crying and begging and asking them people. Do you know, man, them people didn't give a damn about their sister crying and stuff, man.
It's lucky if I could.
Go ahead.
She ended up getting a cover up. When they did the no knock warrant, she was completely naked when she came in there.
Right.
Completely. They didn't disregard for her for anything, right. And then they still like apprehended her and made, you know what I'm saying? They didn't say, hey, look, let me get you something to put her. The first thing they did was try to tie, make sure she was good for their protection. But she butt naked. What's she gonna do?
A black woman. All these, at least 10 white officers was in there. Now, once they seen, after 2 minutes, once they done checked the whole house to make sure it's clear, once they see she was the only person in this house, they ain't found no guns, no drugs. Looked like a white shirt would have told them guys, come on, y'all, get out of here. Get out of here. We done made a damn mistake. Do you think they were sitting around, standing around, chewing their gum, looking crazy with their body cams on? This sister over here begging, crying, a social worker. Oh, man. Adam Toledo, that little boy, man. Even though he was running, he had a gun in his hand, he threw it down. But still, man, that officer shot that boy, and that little boy went up 13 years old. That little boy was 13 years old. He got shot in the right side of his chest. 13 years old. Can you imagine the damage that bullet did? I know it went in and out. He ain't nothing but skin and bones. And then when he threw the gun down and turned around, and within a split second, he was dead.
Salaki, if I could, he threw the gun down before that. And the thing is that you get a lot of, especially oppressors, the oppressive man, they say, why don't you just follow do what the police tell you to do, follow the police. Well, the police told him to turn around, and with his hands up, and he turned around with his hands up, and he got killed.
He got shot. Damn right.
So, I mean, it's easy for a oppressor or for somebody of a different race that ain't got to deal with, the prosperities and the poverty-stricken, right. Ghettos as the Hispanics and the natives and us. They wouldn't understand that because they can get out their car doing a traffic stop and curse a police officer out.
Man, shit, I done seen them get out the car and try to fight the police. I done seen them sitting in their car and they pull their gun. Come on, man, how in the hell can a white man get pulled over for a traffic stop and he's so damn angry at the cop, he telling the cop, I'll shoot you, all this and that, and he don't get shot. You let a black man can't even, listen, I have been pulled over many times for a traffic stop. Okay. And when them damn cops come up to my car, they locked and loaded. Mm-hmm. Either they got their guns out, or they got their hands on their guns, man. Come on, man. You telling me we not a target? Come on, man. It's time to wake up, people. It's time to wake up. Let's jump down to Baruch 2 and 5. So while it's being a stiff-necked people and not following the law, statutes, and commandments, we rebelling against the Most High. You don't have no relationship with the Lord. If you're not doing what the Lord said, quit saying you got a relationship with God. That's a damn lie. It's a lie. Quit lying to yourself.
Baruch 2 and 5.
Baruch chapter 2 and verse 5.
It's the book of Baruch chapter 2 and verse 5. Thus we were cast down and not exalted, because we have sinned against the Lord our God and have not been obedient unto his voice.
And that's why we're in the condition that we're in. We started telling y'all why we're in the condition that we're in. Man. We started telling you, we studied contradicting what your pastor teaching you. But this the thing. We're not telling you what we think or how we feel. We're telling you what the Lord said, man.
That's right.
We're telling you what Yahweh saying, man. Our Father. And you can't get through the Father unless you go through the Son. Yahweh died for us.
That's right.
We were bought with his blood. We were bought with a price, man. So for you not to listen to him, you are a wicked person.
That's right.
And you're misled. You're wicked because you hear the truth and you still don't want to listen. The Bible says, let him that have an ear hear. And don't none of y'all want to listen. Because you want to eat you want to smoke your blunts, you want to smoke your cigars, you want to smoke your, what they call these big pipes that they smoking out, hookahs. Everybody want to go to the hookah places and stuff, and whatever the hell that stuff is. jump over to, let me see, how did I do this? 2. Baruch chapter 2 and verse 10.
Come on, Brother Khan. It's the book of Baruch, chapter 2 and verse 10. And they said, behold, we have sent you money to buy you burnt offering and sin.
No, that ain't it. 2. I messed up on that one. Let's jump over to a second.
Salaki, that was on me. Salakia, sir. This is the book of Baruch, chapter 2 and verse 10. Yet we have not hearkened unto his voice to walk in the commandments of the Lord that he hath set before us. Verse 11, and now, O Lord God of Israel, that has brought thy people out of the land of Egypt with a mighty hand and a high arm, and with signs and with wonders, and with great powers, and has gotten thyself a name as a parent this day.
And that's our Father, man. We supposed to do, listen, when a mother and a father have children, and the father go to work, and the mother and the kids come home from school, and them kids in there jumping up and down in the bed, she done told them to stop 12 times. But okay, what balances a house is the masculinity and the feminists. And when the feminists in the house and they got little boys in there, they don't listen to their mother, man. When they get to a certain age, she got to constantly repeat herself.
Okay.
She got to constantly repeat herself. But I guarantee you, when she tell them, that's okay, I'm tired of talking to y'all, but I'm telling your daddy when he get home. And I bet they're going there and sit down.
Okay.
Or when they study doing it, when they hear their key hit that lock, the house gets silent.
Salaki, what's the first thing the mama gonna say? There go your daddy.
And the house gonna get silent. Because they know they finna get a butt whooping.
That's right.
That's why. And our Father the same way, man. Our Father the same way, man. We getting whooped, we getting chastised because we want to keep mingling and taking on the culture and loving these other races. And the Lord don't want us to do that, man. So we're being chastised, not for our destruction, but because of our disobedience. Jump over to 2nd Esdras 14 and 27.
Come on.
We're bringing out the precepts, man, letting you know that these laws, statutes, and commandments still exist. And according to the Bible, you cannot don't add nothing to it or take nothing away from it. And that's what these pastors have done, man. They done added to it by saying, come as you are. Come as you are, and you saved by grace. All they want you to, all these churches want is to get a whole lot of people in their churches hoping that the majority of them paying their tithes. That's all they're concerned about. Because once you leave out that church, them pastors don't give a damn what you're doing through the week at all. They don't. These pastors don't care about God's people, man. Matter of fact, a lot of these black pastors and stuff, they homosexuals. They closet homosexuals.
Come on.
They eat all the abominable things that the Bible said don't eat. They celebrate their birthdays. They celebrate all the wicked holidays on the calendar instead of acknowledging the high holy days and the feast days of the Most High.
That's right.
How can the blind lead the blind? How? Come on, man. Stop it, man. 2nd Esdras 14 and 27.
This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 14 and verse 27. Then went I forth, as he commanded, and gathered all the people together, and said, verse 28, hear these words, O Israel. Verse 29, our father at the beginning were strangers in Egypt, for whence they were delivered. Verse 30, and received the law of life, which they kept not, which ye also have transgressed after them.
And we did the same thing our forefathers did when they was brought out of Egypt, man. The Most High killed the firstborn of all the Egyptians. He sent all sorts of plagues, all sorts of diseases. He sent locusts and grasshoppers to eat up all of their vegetation. The Lord fought a battle for us, man. And he'll do the same thing today if we turn back to the law, statutes, and commandments. The Lord will fight our battles, man. The only thing we have to do is turn to the law, turn back to our culture. And the white man stole that.
That's right.
The white man took that from us. They took our language from us. They took our culture from us. They stole everything from us, man. These damn white people are the devil that the Bible speak about, man.
That's right.
And we need to wake up and realize that we've been destroyed because of our stiff-neckedness, because of our disobedience.
That's right.
My own son, my baby boy was murdered in these streets, man. Gang banging. This gang stuff is ridiculous. Ain't no such thing as a op. We are family, man. The GDs killing the vice lords, the Stones going against the Breeds, whatever the case may be. All the gang banging from the beginning of time, from David Barksdale, from Jeff Ford, from Larry Hoover, and Lord knows all the rest of them, the folk corner hustlers, everybody, every black person that was murdered by another gang bang, all that bloodshed gonna have to be answered for, and it's on the white man's hands because the white man is the one that he poured drugs into the black communities. He studied pouring guns into this community. We don't make guns. We ain't got no ships to bring that cocaine over here. All this stuff that we going, the conditions that we living in, we was put in these conditions, man.
That's right.
We was forced in these conditions to live on top of one another. Rat-infested, roach-infested ass, overly charged apartments in these nasty neighborhoods that's beaten down. Come on, man. These people gonna pay for what they've been doing, man. Right. They got to pay. Somebody gonna pay for the bloodshed. All these people not dying. You think they're not gonna be avenged? The Most High is ready to come. The Most High is ready to come back. But no man know the time of the day or the hour, but the Father.
That's right.
But in the meantime, we are in grace right now. The grace, get it together right now. Tomorrow is not promised to you.
That's right.
Tomorrow's not promised to none of us, man. Your grace period, we done told you before. If you're not paying your bills, your gas bill or your light bill, and your bill due today, you call down there and talk to these people and ask them to put you on a payment plan, or tell them, okay, I can't pay it on the 15th. Would you give me until the 28th to pay my bill? Now you're from the 15th to 28th. On the 28th, if you don't pay that bill, them damn lights going out.
That's right.
The gas going off. That was your grace period. It's just a period of time, which means get it together right now. Right. Turn from your wicked ways, Israel. Turn from your wicked ways, or you're going to die in your sins.
That's right.
It's inevitable. That's what's going to happen. And that's what's happening today. Our children are dying so young till they actually look like they just sleep in coffins. They look like they just peaceful sleeping in them coffins because they dying too young, man. My son died at 21. 21, man. 21 years old, man. I couldn't shed a tear, even though I love my children, man. But I understand the law, statutes, and commandments. I understand the law, statutes, and commandments, man. And when you live by the gun, you're going to die by the gun. You're going to be judged. And when you see anybody die violently out there in them streets, you have to realize that they're being judged. The judgment is upon them. If you're not dying at an old age with your kids and your grandkids around you, and you fall asleep in the bed with your family around you, and you dying in man, look how many terrible car accidents have been happening this week. I have seen at least 3, maybe 4 cars hitting trees and stuff and just exploding, disintegrating. One of the accidents, I think somebody was cut in half. This past week, man, I've been seeing some terrible accidents. That's judgment. That's judgment from the Most High. When you see a tornado rip through a neighborhood in the South, that's an angel of the Most High, man.
That's right.
When you see a volcano erupt and it's destroying everything around it. That's judgment from the Most High. When you see the sea, a tsunami just take out a whole village, that's judgment from the Most High, man. That ain't no damn coincidence. That ain't no Mother Nature. Who is Mother Nature? What?
I'm still trying to figure that out.
Come
Mother
on,
Nature.
man. Come on, man.
Slack the other day, we can't get the Most High credit for none of the stuff he do. I mean, we do it in Isupk, but I'm just saying the world will never get the Most High. Nothing. The coronavirus, it's just the government.
Right.
Whirlwinds, it's the government.
They convinced of that.
It's the storms, geostorms, it's the government.
Right.
Everything the government.
Yeah, right. Just our Father just ain't got no power, huh? When I told you, according to the Bible said God is a man of war, and he will fight our battles. We pray for the destruction of this place. I am so damn tired of America, man. I'm tired of feeling like I'm somebody always trying to control me. You know, you go outside, it's laws. The white man got laws set up everywhere. Everywhere. And if you break one of them, you're gonna pay for it. So why would you find it so hard to follow the laws of the Most High? It don't make sense. Jump down to Baruch 4:1. It's all about these laws, statutes, and commandments. It's all about being obedient. It's not about, you cannot keep sinning and saying, I repent for it. You can't keep sinning and say, I repent for it, and keep doing it over and over and over again. Because I think it's in Hebrews, it say, for those who willfully sin, there is no sacrifice.
That's right.
There is no sacrifice for you. It's nothing you can do. You're gonna pay for it. And even though your judgment don't come swiftly, it's coming. So when you see somebody you might see somebody, man, he been selling drugs his whole life. His whole life. Seemed like he just getting away with murder. Then he the reason why a few deaths. He the reason why a few people dead. He taking his dope money and driving nice cars, having sex with beautiful women. Got nice crib to lay his head in. He got his coming. Don't envy that. Don't envy a sinner. The Bible said don't envy a sinner. He got his coming, man. You just do what the Most High said do. Follow these. Moses said it's a commandment to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments according to the Most High, man. And that's what we have to do. And since we're not doing it, this is what we get. We got these curses on us. Baruch 4:1.
This is the book of Baruch, chapter 4, and verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of God and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life.
Now, according to the Bible, man, this is the book of the law of God, and all they that keep it shall come to life. And the men and the women in the Isupk case, man, we're living.
That's right.
We're living souls. Because we're doing what the Lord said do. Read.
But such as leave it shall die.
And that's exactly what's going on in all the major cities where blacks and Hispanics are. They got the Hispanic. They didn't even separate us as we right now. They got put the blacks right here, put the Mexicans and the Puerto Ricans right next to them, and they done stole our identities, so we don't know who we are. Our Mexican brothers, Isupk, they study going and praying to that doggone Virgin Mary, man. They study kissing the Pope ring. They looking at these people like they gods. Old wicked men. Them the same ones that gave some of them babies herpes. Cutting off the foreskin of them the male babies' penises and sucking them. That sounds like homosexuality to me.
Okay.
These big old buildings that they worship in. I mean, huge, beautiful, spacious. But yet we got people in the streets of Chicago that's homeless. At nighttime, they lock their doors. They don't let nobody sleep on them pulpits. And then if you really pay attention to it, the churches and the courtrooms are very, very similar when you really, really pay attention to them. Read.
Colonel Khan. You want to start over?
No, what was, go to jump over to 6 for me.
Honorable Khan, verse 6. Ye were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because ye moved God to wrath.
Now, you tell me what nation of people that was sold. Tell me what nation of people that you read about in history that was sold. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man.
Right.
We're the only people. I was talking to a German, whatever, Hitler, you know,
Nazi.
the Nazi thing. He talking about that. He know that Hitler, what they call it, the Jewish Holocaust.
Mm-hmm.
So I asked him. I said, well, I mean, you talking about the Jewish Holocaust. I said, how do you feel about how y'all forefathers treated my forefathers? And do you realize that over 190-some million black people were murdered in the transatlantic slave trade? Mm-hmm. So I asked him, which one do you think was the real Holocaust? First thing he wanted to tell me, well, yeah, I know my people was wrong, but, you know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I just want to see that he acknowledged. You know, I just wanted him to know. I want to say, you know what? I'm not going to say it. I wanted to tell that man something. You know, you're going to compare 3 million people to 190-some million people, man? Come on, man. But America is steady dishing money over to these people, man. Talking about reparations and things of that nature. I'm gonna tell you something. I don't want reparations from America, but I do want America to receive their reparations from the Most High. That's what I want. I would feel much better with that, because I know the Lord gonna come back and utterly destroy this place, and these people the power structure is gonna change. Now we telling y'all about the law, statutes, and commandments, but when Yahushua come back and set up His kingdom, the minute as you became, we're gonna enforce these laws.
That's right.
The talking is gonna be over with. We're gonna enforce these laws. So that means now when we walk up and we catch you cooking your shrimp, pork, crab, and lobster, some heads gonna roll. We tired of talking gonna be over with by the end. And as far as these other Israelite groups, the great debate will be over. It'll be over. It'll be done with. And we're gonna whoop the purple off them faggots and GMS and all the rest of these other groups, man. Because the ISUPK is the home of the truth. Whether you want to receive it or not, it's the truth. Right. We are the true body of Christ. And if you don't want to die with America, you need to get your butt in these schools, whatever city you in. For real, man. Read.
For ye provoked him, Salakia, verse 7, for ye provoked him that made you by sacrificing to the devils and not to God.
And that's what we've been doing, sacrificing to devils, man. Our people are so quick to you want to look at zodiacs, you want to get palm readings, you want to listen to your pastor. You quick to go. These sisters will go to these pastors and disregard what their husbands say, man. And these pastors are wicked, wicked, wicked. They ain't nothing but wolves in sheep clothing. That's all they are. Greedy, greedy dogs trying to get all the money they can to live a lavish lifestyle.
Right.
While we out here suffering, putting in long hours, trying to pay our bills. The average person out here that got a job, if he loses his jobs 3 months from that day, if he don't get some kind of income, he'll lose his property or he'll lose his apartment. Then 9 out of 10, he's going to lose his wife because she's going to get frustrated and leave. Come on, man. It's time for us to wake up, man. It's time for a change. And the only time the earth is going to come to complete peace when we put our oppressors in chains.
That's right.
When we start ruling according to the law, statutes, commandments. When Yahushua come back and set up His kingdom and send us out to enforce these laws, statutes, and commandments, the earth is going to become at peace. Because you niggas not going to keep eating shrimp, pork, crab, and lobster.
That's right.
You're not going to do it. You're not going to keep smoking everything you want to smoke. You're not going to get away with murder. You're not going to get away with rape. You're not going to get away with child molestation. You're not getting away with none of that crap no more. But as for now, I guess if you don't want to change, you better have fun. Because it's going to come to a time where when the rabbit get the gun, it ain't gonna be nothing to laugh about. You can believe that, John. We was on. That was 7, right? Did you finish it?
Come on, Con.
Let's go to Job 9:24.
Con.
Job chapter 9 and verse 24, man. All through the Bible, man, you can find where we got to turn back to the law, statutes, and commandments. I've been going to church for my entire life. And you do not hear these pastors pushing God's law, statutes, and commandments. You don't hear that, man, in these churches, man. You don't hear that, man. Read.
Con, this is the book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given unto the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
Now, according to Job 9:24, the Bible said the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. Who is the wicked? Who running this earth right now? Who got the strongest military on the face of the earth? Now they got 5 military branches. They done created a space branch. The 7 families that's ruling this earth, they know who we are.
That's right.
They know who we are. They know this Bible better than we do. Well, better than y'all do. That ain't in the truth.
Slocky, that's heavy what you was just talking about. You talking to that oppression, the German brother, German whatever he is. He ain't a brother. And I wonder, did he see the memorandum of Adolf Hitler before he died? The memorandum that said that America was holding on to God's most precious jewels.
Right.
If you would have brought that out to him, that's probably you could have shut him straight up.
Yeah, I didn't think of that.
Say America.
That was heavy.
Adolf Hitler, he was killing the fake Jews and saying America is holding on to God's most precious Jews.
Damn right.
The blacks.
Damn right.
So I mean that's just heavy. You brought that out because they let you know. Everybody know who we are. Yeah. Who God's Jews is.
We're the only people that these curses are clinging to. We're the only people on this planet that's suffering, according to this Bible.
At least that bad.
Right.
So that's another heavy statement. I was looking up diabetes by race earlier, and I was writing it down. And I mean, the majority in the United States of America is the oppressor. It's white people. They only make up 77% of diabetes in the United States of America. 7%.
And they eat the hell out of pork.
And they eat more pork than anybody.
Right. Pulled pork.
But here's the 3 highest, which is crazy. 11%, 11.7%, which is by the blacks. 12.5%, which is by our brother Isupk, the Hispanics, and 14.7% by the Native Americans. Every single one of the 12 tribes is even though they're the majority in America, they deal with diabetes way worse than the oppressor. They eat more pork than anybody.
Wow, that's so heavy what you brought out. That's right. And I remember a couple of jobs I've been in, and at lunchtime, our Isupk, our Hispanic brothers, man, the Mexicans, they would have a whole damn pig head sitting on their table, picking at that pig head, man. A whole pig head, jaws and all, picking the meat off that. How? I do not. I could barely look at it. They love them some swine, boy. They love them some Virgin Mary. They love them Pope. The Native American Indians, they had got all off into the astrologies and worshiping wolves and owls and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Idolatry. That's why they lost everything. And right now today, our brothers and sisters are on reservations, man. Can you imagine owning all this land, running free, following the buffalo, eating good, making love to their wives, and here come these damn white Cabries. A battle, and they gave them a hell of a battle, a hell of a fight. I got to say that. Sitting Bull and all of them, they gave it a hell of a go, man. But in the end, the Trail of Tears. I mean, the Trail of Tears.
Andrew Jackson.
The Trail of Tears, man. Utterly destroyed our people. Committed genocide on them. Murdered them by the thousands. Wiped them clean out. Now they on reservations, totally beat down, having little powwows for the white man. White people come to pay to watch them. Come on, man, that's crazy, man. The hell with this place. The white man is the devil that the Bible speak of.
That's right.
And according to Job 9:24, the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. The Lord allowed that to happen for a reason, man. It didn't happen by chance. Because of our disobedience, man. We refuse to follow the law, statutes, and commandments. That is a choice of matter of life and death. And we have chosen death, y'all. Our people have chosen death. So that's why so much murder is going on in the streets, in the black communities, and the Hispanic communities. That's why. We bringing it on ourselves because of our disobedience.
That's right.
Go down to Habakkuk 2:12. Habakkuk. Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 12. So the white man is the devil that the Bible speak of. They done legalize homosexuality. They trying to legalize what they call it, molestation of kids. They're trying to get a 12-year-old or 11-year-old that he could choose what he want to be. They making these no sex zones or whatever they calling them, where boys, being a boy or being a girl don't matter. You just neutral zones. They're calling them neutral zones. This is what they're creating. They having sports where there is no winner, there is no loser. They're allowing transgender men to participate in female sports, and a couple of those female wrestlers then had their skull fractured, choked. I done seen some of the pictures that them big old white boys choking the hell out them little. Them white boys choking the hell out them little white girls, man. Don't you know just because a man put on a wig and a dress and he want to cut his rod off, he still got testosterone, man. He a man. He masculine. A female can't whoop no man, man. Come on, man. And now they want to make the bathroom. They want to allow these guys that say that they've trapped in a man trapped. He's saying he trapped in his man body, but he know he's a woman inside. But now they want to come on, man. America is wicked as hell, man. He's just because he's saying he feel like he a girl, you're gonna allow him to go into the bathroom with the girls, or vice versa. The lesbians could go into the bathroom with the boys. What sense does that make? It's confusion. It's not of the Most High, man. You got it? Let's go.
It's the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse 12. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood and establisheth a city by iniquity.
And that's what America has done, man. They have built all of their big major cities by blood and iniquity, man. We are walking on grave sites of our Native American Indian brothers, man.
Right.
You know how many of our people got over here, man, and was murdered? Everywhere we go in Chicago, man, all downtown, they got them buildings 30 and 40 stories high. Those are grave sites, man. Native American Indians' bones are under a lot of those buildings and stuff, man. Native American Indian they call them skywalkers. They would be up there 40, 50 floors high, walking on them beams, building the white man town. This town was built with bloodshed, murder, rape, lies. That's all the white men do. He's the father of. Come on, the white man is the devil that the Bible speak of, man. When we say that, we're not just saying that because he's white man. We don't hate white people because they say they white. We hate them because of the things that they're constantly doing to us and what they have done to us, our people, man. Don't you know that it was a time where a black woman would have a child and she they created a law. How do you create a damn law and tell a black woman this titty belong to their child and this titty belong to your child? And if we catch you letting your child nibble on this right tit, she gonna have to pay for it. That don't sound like oppression? Don't you know that, like we brought out earlier, that these people was cut, if you trying to run away, they cut your hand off, they cut your feet off, they rape you. They call it buck breaking. Them white men would have, they used to have sex with the black men, man. They would rape them brothers, man. Not only was they raping the sisters, they was raping the brothers. Or the term bastard became, MF, the term MF, because they would put a corn cloth, sackcloth over a guy's head and bring him into a room and have a sackcloth over the sister head and make him have sex with that woman, and all the time that woman is his mama. Or they'll take two strong brothers and pit them against, two slave owners would put their strongest black slaves against one another for the fight to the death. We have been put in these conditions that we in, and we have been turned towards against one another, especially our sisters, man. When our sisters joined that white woman, because the white woman felt like she wanted to be equal to her counterpart, then black women started joining on to that crowd, man. Talking about they want equal rights. There is no such thing as equality. It's going to always be a nation of people over another nation of people. Look at America. The Chinese, everybody want to dress and act like America today. Everybody want to be like America today. And you're going to tell me is a such thing as equality? How can it be equality when a man got more strength than a woman? It's a masculine, it's a masculine spirit and it's a feminine spirit, man. It's no such thing as equality. And only a wicked woman want to be equal to a man. You want to chime in?
If I could, that's kind of heavy too, because you look at one point in time, it was black women were trying to be equal, and white women and black women would come together for women's equal rights. But you look at the rights of a white woman right now and the rights of a black woman right now. White women are far above where a black woman is, right. And they at one point in time they was considered almost in the same boat. Right. So that already lets you know black women you think your oppressor going to allow you to have any kind of equality? The only equality they're gonna tell you got is over your man. They're gonna tell you, hey. Yeah, you got power over your man, but you could never come into a workforce and think a black woman gonna have. I don't care I don't care if you think you're on the top of the chain. Right. It's always gonna be somebody that's gonna bring you right back down, especially in this world right now. So
that's right.
I see it every day. So
every day, and that's why the average household in America is a woman heading that house, mm-hmm. because she done kicked the father out. You know what I'm saying? And sisters, y'all got to quit walking around here making brothers lie to y'all, man. If you could show me anywhere in history where a brother had one wife his whole entire life. From what I understand, according to the Bible, the only man that had one wife was Adam. Outside of that, King David had several wives. Who else? Abraham, he had more than one wife. But it's more women on the planet than it is men. 7 to 1. But according to the day, much more than that. Because all the little feminine brothers that's listening to this rap music, looking at women like all of them are bees, getting high. A lot of the brothers are turning into homosexuals. Then you have a whole, America's locking every nigga up they can. Then now they murdering every nigga. They murdering men and women. It's a shortage of men. It's a shortage of black men in America, man. So for a sister to sit there and try to force that upon a man and try to make that man lie to her to tell her that she his queen and she equal to him and he'll never look at another woman. When all the time you wicked as hell anyway, you going to church and everything else. And you hard to get along with. You don't want to listen. You don't want to dress. You know what I'm saying? I know beautiful women, man. They put on their clothes and they go outside. They got their busts out, titties, the nipples almost sticking out. Ain't what, 3/8 of an inch, I'ma see a nipple. It don't take nothing but just a little bit more. Tight clothes on, showing all their curves. And Lord knows, boy, we got some beautiful sisters. We got some beautiful sisters, man. I seen a sister the other day. She was so cute in the face, and she had that little Coca-Cola bottle waist. And when she was walking, boy, I'm telling you, man, our sisters, we got some beautiful sisters, man. We got some beautiful sisters. And y'all need to cover up.
That's right.
I'm being honest with you. You need to put on some clothes. Stop coming outside half dressed. Our young sisters, we got some of our young sisters coming outside with these fishnet dresses on with their matching bras and panties. Like that's some sort of fashion statement. Come on, man. Come on, man. We got to do better, Israel. We got to do better. Our men. Now the men want to show their curves. Walking around with their designer drawers on, with their pants up under their butts. Don't nobody want to see that. We got all our neighborhoods are full, and the corners full of homosexual gangsters. Effeminate gangsters. Come on, man. We got to do better, man. I'm being honest. The bloodshed. Revelations 18:4.
Okay.
We started bringing out precepts showing you what the Lord said, follow my laws, statutes, and commandments. The Lord told Moses to give the children of Israel his laws, statutes, and commandments, and that if you do not follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, all these curses will come upon you. And that's exactly what happened, because we did not follow the laws, statutes, and commandments. It's as simple as that. How much more simpler can we put it out there? Your pastor won't teach it to you. Our great-great-grandmothers, our great-great-grandmothers, our grandmothers, our mothers, our fathers, they passed on generational curses because of what was taught to them. Right. They didn't know better, man. These white people have beat us down. We don't even know who we are no more. We don't even know our own language. I'm speaking English, but this is not my native language. I raised my kids. I raised my kids the same way I was raised. Christmas, I would damn near spend $1,500 trying to put a smile on my kid's face, man. Making the white man more and more and more rich. Not knowing I'm slowly destroying my babies. Now my children are doing it to my grandchildren. And it's hard to break that damn curse. It's hard because that's how I raised them. Oh, man. Come on, Revelations 18:4.
It's the book of Revelations, chapter 18 and verse 4. And
I didn't know better. Slaki, I didn't know better, man. If I'd have knew better, I'd have did better.
Right. I'm
telling you, if I would have knew, that's why the men and the brothers in the Isupk leading their household, and we raising up our children the way they should go. We're raising our children up in the truth. We're not raising up our children telling them lies about Christmas and Thanksgiving and Halloween and birthdays and Easter and all these other wicked holidays, man. We're not doing that in the Isupk. We're following the law, statutes, and commandments. Read, Salaki.
Revelations 18 and verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins.
Now, when the Bible says, come out of her, my people, the Lord is telling us to come out of her, take our spirits out of America. America. Come out of America. Take our spirits out of America. Stop spending. Listen, the black dollar do not even circulate in the black community. The black dollar don't even circulate in the black community, not even one time. But I guarantee you, when you go down to Chinatown, that money circulate at least 5 or 6 or 7 times before it leave up out of that community. The Polacks, the Italians, all of them communities, man, are beautiful, green scenery, beautiful homes. They got their own stores and everything. We don't have stores. We just went across the street to this liquor store. These bastards charged us $23 for a half a pint. The gas going up, food going up. The light bill's going up, rent going up, everything going up on us. But our pay not going up. I don't know what to say, man. If this don't wake you up, I guess you just don't want to wake up, man. It's just I don't know what to say. Read.
Con, that ye be not partakers of her sin, and that ye receive not of her plagues.
And that's what the Lord is doing, sending plagues to this place. We just told you, when you see an earthquake, or when you see war, when you hear about wars, rumors of wars, pestilence, famine, disease, and that's what's coming next. That's what's famine. They're already talking about it's a food shortage. They're already talking about it's a food shortage, man. It's hard to get wood right now in America for people to build to remodel their homes and things. The Bible said, "Come out of her, my people." The Lord is talking to his people. He's not talking to everybody on the planet. It's 18 races, 18 nations on this planet, and the Lord is talking to 12 of them. The Bible said, "Come out of her, my people, that we receive not of her plagues."
Right.
The Lord is ready to destroy this place, man. And it's not a game, y'all. It's going to be nuclear warfare, and you're going to die. You're going to die with this place. You're going to die with this place if you're not following the law, statutes, commandments, no matter who you are, no matter what your title is, no matter how much you're making. I be seeing brothers, man. I done seen brothers coming to little stores in the black community and literally showing they disgust towards their own people. Nigga, so what you driving a Cadillac? So what you got on Jordans and you got a black card? But that's how we are, man. Cause we hate our people. When you want to love them, when you're trying to love these other races, man, you don't have no choice but to hate your own people.
That's heavy. I delivered for Pepsi, so a lot of times, man, I watch brothers, just like you said, pull up in Cadillacs. They'll walk past the homeless brother in the front of the store that's asking for a little bit of change, and walk right in that store and call that Arab brother, that Arab man, Ak, or brother. What up, Ak? What up, brother?
Right.
And I look and I say, man, you just passed up your real brother that asked for 50 cents. Regardless, as long as he ain't telling you he's going to do something grievous with it, right, or out of order, you walk right past him and then go in there and get this Arab dude, you know what I'm saying, $10, $15, they call him your brother, your aunt. Right. You know what I'm saying? You don't know who your own people is, and you going to, you know what I'm saying, praise somebody else as your own.
Right.
That's ridiculous.
And it happened more frequently than we realize.
Oh, God.
One of the guys on my job, I tell you, I don't know what's up with this Islam crap. I really don't. I am not understanding Islam. This nigga walking around with a kufi on his head and talking about Allah. A couple of weeks ago, he said, man, me and you praying to the same God. And I told him, no, stop right there. Nope, I'm not praying to Allah. The hell with Allah. Me and my brothers take the Quran and throw it in the streets. I didn't say what I really, really wanted to say to him because I don't want to offend him. I don't really care. But these people that's praying to Allah, man, they love white people. This nigga love white people. I said something. I'm looking at him. Islam ain't nothing but another form of Christianity.
That's right.
That's all it is. Because they feel like a white man could join them, as long as you just walking around that damn rock, you part of that nation. How? When that's not even your culture. And the Arabs will let you know it. A lot of them don't mind letting you know it. They'll show you how they feel about you.
That's right.
But once again, man, our people are asleep, man. Our people are utterly destroyed, man. And it's time for us to wake up. The Bible said that we should come out of her. And when it say come out of her, it's talking about America. Come out of her, my people, that we be not partakers of her sins. And I promise you, the sins of America has reached heaven.
That's right.
This place is wicked as all out. This place is the new modern day Babylon.
That's right.
And Sodom and Gomorrah. all wrapped up in one big ball, waiting to be destroyed. Waiting to be destroyed, man. Let's jump over to 2 Timothy 3 right quick. 2 Timothy 3 and chapter 1. And we are living in a time, it's dangerous today, man. It's dangerous. It's, matter of fact, people are being shot in their homes. I have read several stories where somebody was sleeping in their house and stray bullets went through their house and somebody in that house got hit or shot. You know what I'm saying? And right now today, it seems like every night on the E-way, people are just riding up next to cars and opening fire on cars. Whether it's children, women, they don't care who in the car. Just I don't know if it's a game to them or I don't know what the case is, but you got guys walking around here just randomly shooting whoever they could catch in in a secluded place where they might think they can get away. You know what I'm saying? Just last week, 2 young ladies was riding on the expressway and 3 guys was in the car and rode them next to the car and opened total fire on that car. But just so happened the police trailed them over here to over here on 79th or somewhere and got their butts, man. Got them, which was good. They don't need to be on the streets. 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1.
It's the book of 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. Verse 2, for men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy.
And we are living in perilous times right now. Perilous times. That's how we living right now today. Anything that was sacred, everything that was sacred has been destroyed and put away, and everything that's unholy is going on.
That's right.
Everything unholy is going on. Even this mayor, she was talking on TV today talking about her wife, Mayor Lightfoot. This woman, a whole lot of pastors in Chicago. When she ran for mayor, a lot of pastors bagged her. A lot of pastors supported her. And according to the Bible, homosexuality is a sin unto death. And you got all these pastors supporting this lady. They got a white wife. She go home every night to her wife, licking on that box, strapping on that dildo, and acting like she feel it. Strapping on her dildo, getting behind her wife, and moaning and groaning like it's good to her. Don't that sound crazy to you? Come on, man. And these pastors really supported this lady. I really was paying attention to this. A lot of black pastors and white pastors was supporting this lady, man. And she's not finna change. This is her lifestyle. This lady ain't finna change. This is her lifestyle, man. This is her lifestyle. Jump over to Matthew 24 and 4, and this is where we're gonna shut it out at. No, go ahead. Matthew 24 and 4 right fast.
Come on. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 4.
That's okay. When you get it, read it.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 4. And Jesus answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you.
And that's what we have been. God's people has been deceived. Read.
Verse 5. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many.
And if anybody coming and saying they Christ, that's the Antichrist. Believe that. Read.
Verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars.
And that's what we're hearing right now today. All you got to do is turn on the TV and look at the news. Read.
See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
And according to the Bible, man, all this stuff going on, but the end is not yet, man. But we have to go through all of this. This is written. We have to go through all this. That was 8 you just read?
No, it's like it's 6.
Read, come on.
Verse 7, for nation shall rise against nation.
And that's exactly what's going on today. China's going against America. Russia going against America. and a lot of these other major nations coming up against America, man. They doing it through the technology and all sorts of stuff. Cyber
war.
yeah, they just did something and caused the gas to go up. And from what I understand, America paid them people a few millions of dollars. What they call it? Whatever. They come on, man. This is what's happening right now today. The Bible is alive, man. And you got to be an idiot not to listen to us. Jump down to Proverbs 3:31.
Come on, God.
Nation is rising against nation right now. Everybody want to be on top. Everybody racing to get to the moon. Everybody racing to have the biggest bombs. Everybody racing to have the nukes and all this other stuff. Pakistan and Israel study shooting missiles and stuff at each other right now. All hell breaking out over there. So I would ask any Christian today, what the hell are you saved from when all hell is breaking out around us, man? Babies dying in the streets, man. Women having abortions at an alarming rate. Nation against nation, man. Kingdom against kingdom, according to the Bible, man. Read.
Proverbs chapter 3, verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways.
And that's what we doing, choosing an oppressive way. Not the men in the Isupk. We not doing it, but the rest of God's people are doing it because of the pastors. You're choosing our oppressive ways, man. About when you celebrate your birthday, when you celebrating Christmas, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Easter, and Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day, all that crap, man. All that stuff is choosing the oppressive ways. Jump down to Isaiah 9:16, and we closing out with that. All right?
Oh God. The book of Isaiah, chapter 9 and verse 16. For the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed.
That ain't what we saying. We telling you what the Most High saying, man, according to the Bible. Read that one more time.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 9, verse 16. For the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed.
I'm going to drop the mic on that one. Passing the class over to Precinct Officer of 50, Arumba 1. That's my time, Israel Shalom.
This is the ISUPK security announcements. We had ISUPK started on the 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister come into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the heads to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers 18 and 21. Malachi 3, 8 through 10 means 10th in the Hebrew, Ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, which is a free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming Holy Convocation. We got the end of the Feast of Salakia. What's this? Feast of